Hello friends, I hope you are doing well. I want to talk about two stocks that we've been following, that we've been chasing, talking about a lot here. Let's talk about Nndm and let's talk about Hlbz, the short that's happening on that right now. So first off with Nndm, this is a stock that I invest in, have been investing in, and that I've been talking about for probably 2 years on this channel. And been through a lot of up and downs with the company, and man, where do we start with the up and downs with the company? But the stock has been doing really well lately, and honestly it's been doing really well because the quarterlies have come out here. The fourth quarter for last year, wrapping everything up now that we know about last year. So Nano has hit this 270, 271, breaking over there a little bit. So Nano did good for last year. It's doing better every year, and it's attracting more investors. But my curiosity is right now that we've had this last quarter come out here for the last year, you know, what are we going to see happen now with Nndm? We are in a new year, and everything's really different right now in the market. And we've talked about this a lot, like, you know, can Nano really hold on to this $2.50, $2 range at that the rest of this year until Nano has some better news come out? It's had some stuff come out here with the CEO, you know, really devastating people's trust and, you know, excitement for the future of what it's going to be. Now the company is still cash loaded and they're still making money, but they're definitely not talking like they used to. They used to talk and have a lot more conferences talking about what they're planning on doing and what they're excited about. We have not seen that for quite some time with Nndm at this point. So all in all, listen, you know, Nano at this point, it's kind of boring, but it's staying alive. It's a company that has cash on hand. It's doing well. It's by no means the next Apple, but I think for a lot of us that, you know, invest in this company, we are hoping that like I've said this before, and people may eat me alive about this, but the only thing I want from Nndm this year more than anything is just to stay at a $2 to $3 mark. Anything more would be great, but my hope is that Nano will survive here and continue just to hold its ground where it's at until we can see them pull off some kind of major deal, talking to investors more, and maybe find another bull market. So friends, that's all I'm going to say right now with Nndm. I'll make another video by itself here later, but that's about it. Next, let's talk about Hlbz. Short squeeze going on with this right now. Look at this right here. Investors Observer has put this at an 87 buy. That is pretty crazy. Usually these guys trash everybody. I'm sure next week they'll have it at a 10% buy. I thought that was pretty interesting. So right now this stock is being attacked by the retail sellers, retail investors, apes, if we're still saying that, whatever we want to say here. But this is absolutely 100% short selling at its best right now. So today, you know, if you've been following me with this one, great, good. If you're new, pretty much looking at this on a black and white wall. Since last Thursday, we have been seeing this stock really be pushed and pushed and pushed. Chat rooms are going crazy. Analysts are writing about this nonstop. It's all over the news. And the question is being asked, are we going to see this go to $1? Now, yesterday I bought in, and as soon as I bought in, of course, the whole thing tumbled back down the hill. Today's Wednesday, so we knew a sell day was coming. We just didn't know when, and you know, hopefully it's just a day. So tomorrow, Thursday, we could possibly see this pick up steam again, or who knows, we could see this fall apart again. It's kind of hard to say, but most of the market was down today. The Dow Jones was doing okay, but the S&P and Nasdaq were not so hot today. It was the flattest day in the market so far. We could end strong with the week here. And like I said, the biggest time frames for this stock have been around 10:30, 11:30, with a little bit of push up around 1, but not much. And then towards the end of the day, this thing starts to, you know, go up a little bit more. But today, we didn't have volume, we didn't have interest. I think a lot of people were just kind of resetting things. You know, the stock just could not get up and get going again, which is fine. We're still at a very high spot here. I mean, we're sitting at almost the 30-cent range, but still, this is pretty good. Especially, I know a lot of you have bought in 12 cents, or maybe you bought at 12, sold at 20, sold at 20, bought in, you know, back in at 30, who knows, and maybe you're stuck at 40, who knows. But I wouldn't panic at this point. You know, you do what you want to do, obviously, but I would be careful with panic selling at this point. Trust me, I'm under at this point as well. We've still got a lot of time, and there's still a lot of tension going on with this stock. It still has a lot of eyes on it. So I'm not exactly I'm not exactly worried at this point. A lot of times when you see these stocks that are being pushed like this and squeezed, they usually most of the time will run to an 80 cent to $1 mark. Minimum. You know, I'm saying minimum because I think a lot of us that have been doing this for a while, we're like, most likely this thing is going to run to $1. Now, is that going to be this week or next week? It's kind of hard to say. Personally think it's going to happen sooner than later, the way the volume has been and the chart's kind of, you know, writing itself out here, but we have seen stranger things. But pay attention to this too right here. Back in August of last year, the stock was playing around a 50 cent range, a 40-50 cent range. Then it had a short squeeze there too, where it shot up to $1.61, and then it kind of just sold off. So friends, here's what I will say. You know, this is something that you may take this with a grain of salt. You may take this and go, you're crazy. You may take this and go like, yeah, I completely agree. I just want to be real about the situation. I don't think anyone here is investing in this stock right now for the long term. This is strictly like people are buying in and they're setting their sell triggers at like probably $1, $1.20. So if we see this go to $1, $1.50, you know, X whatever, don't be surprised to see this thing fall apart real fast, because people are going to be taking ginormous profits at that point. You know, we're sitting in a 29 cent stock right now, a penny stock, where people, you know, they're taking $100 and they're racking up massive amounts of shares right now because they kind of see what's going on right now. You know, this is just what, you know, if you're new to the situation, this is what a lot of day traders are looking at. This is what short sellers are looking at. This is kind of just free pickings to a point. Now, yes, this could fall apart. Nothing's guaranteed here. It's definitely a fun play. It's an interesting situation we got here. It's a dangerous situation. Do not underestimate the severity of this. Could completely flop. One thing that really interests me with this situation is that the media is actually on the side right now of this stock going higher and saying that it's going to do well. Usually when we see situations like this, all these top analysts from blah 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 are ripping it apart and calling all the apes and the short sellers and day-to-day, you know, Bill and Bob investors like us complete morons. But we're not seeing that right now, so it's a little bit of an odd situation. So friends, today was Wednesday. Like I said, just a little bit of a sell-off, and we were expecting that. I was talking about that yesterday. I was like, it's coming. I just don't know when it's coming. And today may have been that day. Who knows? Tomorrow may not be worse. It may just be a bit of a lull, getting things back up and winding. And then Friday, who knows, we could be turning the wheel pretty fast here again going into next week. So it's interesting. It's a fun play. Let's watch what happens. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're at with this. We've still got a high volume. We've still got a lot of attention on this right now, and those are things that we're really looking for and that we want, and that's good for this stock right now. So friends, I will talk to you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.